Very good morning to all of you, and welcome to another chapter of our Indian economics, that is infrastructure. And what is this infrastructure about? Why we are studying this infrastructure into our economy? We are going to discuss it into this module. So get ready to start up with this chapter. Now, what is infrastructure? Infrastructure क्या होता है? इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वो बेसिक चीज़ें होती हैं, those basic things which are required so that we can do some of the other economic as well as social activity, especially economic activities. For example, if we are talking about educational institutes, if we are talking about big companies, big factories which has been opened by the government or the private individuals, or any telecom industries, aviation industries, all such are the basic things which are required, or basic elements which are required to do some or the other activities. Like flyovers, if we are talking about flyovers, highways, they are the infrastructure because they are facilitating in the transport and communication into the economy, and the transport and communication is also one of the major important aspects here, so that we can transport goods from one place to another and interlink one area with the other area, so that we can do more economic activity to earn more and more profit or livings. So infrastructure is the basic things which help in the economic growth and development, and as we are explaining it refers to all such activities, services or facilities we can talk about which are needed to provide. What they are needed? They are providing us some basic, provide different kind of services into the economy. Basic services, जैसे I have already discussed with you, transportation, communication, all these are the basic things which is required for an economy to work or to grow, to develop. So this is infrastructure. Now we are going to talk about, infrastructure can be of two types, as I have already told you. We need infrastructure for the economic activity, we need infrastructure for the social activities. So this infrastructure facilities or the basic facilities are being divided into two parts. Two types of infrastructure are there which we are going to study here. One is economic infrastructure and the second is social infrastructure. Okay, now when we are talking about the economic infrastructure, here economic infrastructure, what does it mean? See, those basic necessities, those basic necessary elements or facilities which are required for the economic development of the country, it is known as economic infrastructure. It includes the infrastructure which is associated with energy, transport and communication. See, we need energy as a basic element, where into the companies, into the factories, into the offices, into the banks, everywhere, every sphere of our work, we need energy. Yes or no? Without that, we are not able to work. Whether it is electric energy, whether it is petroleum, diesel, or any sort of energy we need, but in each and every place we need energy, so that we can do our economic activities more efficiently. In transportation also we need, in communication also we need. So all the activities, basic facilities which we need into the economic activities for the development of economic growth and development, what we needed? We needed economic infrastructure. Now, some activities are there which is needed by the society, so that we can uplift the morals of the society, we can uplift the moral living standard of the society. For the upliftment, development and growth of the society, some basic things we need. And that basic things which has been needed by the society is known as social infrastructure. Social infrastructure का मतलब the basic things which a society needed for their upliftment. That is education. Education is required by every society. Education is the basic element which has been very important since ancient times. So for development and growth of the society, we need education. So education becomes a social infrastructure. We need health services. We need health services. See, as we know that healthy human beings contribute more to the economy. Healthy human beings contributes more to the economy here. So here health facilities, health organizations, hospitals, all such things are required as a social infrastructure into the society, and health becomes a very important ingredient for the upliftment or the better livings of the human being into the society. A healthy workforce will contribute more to the society. I hope it has been very clear. Now comes we also talk about housing. Housing is also a basic element, because without a proper housing and a sanitation facilities, a living standard or the good health of the human being cannot be assured. And as we wanted to assure a good living condition, healthy living condition, we need a good housing facilities for the people. You know, many people are living into the slums. There are no basic amenities which is being provided to them, no sanitation facilities, no proper drinking water, and due to which many diseases are accumulated in these type of society, which is ruining the social health of the people. So a good house, good sanitation facilities, good drinking facilities are also one of the major ingredients for the social infrastructure, for boosting the social infrastructure here into the country. Now what is the importance? We are discussing for a long time, we are discussing about infrastructure, what is social infrastructure, what is this economic infrastructure. For a long time we are discussing about that. So now why are we studying this infrastructure? What is the importance of this infrastructure here into the society? We have to learn about that also. So importance of infrastructure. What is the importance? Now we are going to discuss here in it. See, first is facilitate functioning of the economy. We have already studied that if an economy has to work, they need some infrastructure, basic facilities, and they need economic infrastructure as well as social infrastructure. Both the infrastructure is very important for a functioning of an economy. Say about you are not having the good social infrastructure, you are not having the good education facilities for the students or for the young ones, then how will be they contributing in the economic infrastructure? Because for building the economic infrastructure, they should have the ability, skills and capacity to work, to do certain work. If we are not having that, so how will it be possible for developing an economic infrastructure? So it is very important that both the infrastructure simultaneously has to be increased, has to be boosted up, and it helps in facilitating the all-round development or the functioning of the economy. And that is the reason why we need infrastructure. Second is agricultural development. See, as we all know that our economy, if say instance we are talking about our economy like India. India is basically an agricultural economy, and 50% approximately the population of our country are dependent on the agriculture and the light services. The population is very vast, and in order to fulfill the requirements of such a large population, we have to do some or the other development into the agriculture field also. We need new equipments, we need equipments of farming, methods of farming, some basic infrastructure like irrigation, good fertilizers, good knowledge, good institutions, they can teach them how to grow or how to increase the productivity of the country. So these agricultural development, agricultural knowledge, capacity, capability, skills has to be there, as well as equipment, basic equipments, farming equipments has to be provided in that, so that we can increase the agricultural development of the country. Now, economic development, you all know that economic development depends on the basic social and economic infrastructure. Economic development can be only possible when we are raising the standard of the people, by giving them more and more employment, by generating income from them. And when income is generated, demand will be created into the society, production activity will be taking place, and the vicious cycle of the economy will go on. And if that cycle is smoothly working with the help of these basic facilities or infrastructural facilities, what will happen? The quality of economic development will increase. More and more employment generation will be there. The factories, the big companies, industries, they will be giving us more productivity, and this will ultimately lead to increase in the GDP of the country. Increase in GDP as well as increasing into the working per capita income of the person. Per capita income is increased, that means national development is also being increased here, I suppose. And so, for the economic development of the country, this infrastructure is needed, thoroughly needed. Better quality of life, if better sanitation, housing, education, everything is being provided, a good employment opportunities are there into the country, the quality of life will automatically become good or better. Provides employment, which we have already studied, because infrastructure means the basic things. Here, for the development of this infrastructure, employment generation will be there, the people will be getting the job, and if they are getting the job, employment criteria will also fulfill, and again that vicious cycle will work into a proper manner. Facilitate outsourcing. What do you mean by outsourcing? Outsourcing means many type of small work which is outside the company will be created. Like for example, these BPOs, these freelancing works, what are they? They are the outsourcing works. With the help of these companies, industries, this outsourcing work will be increasing, and the people who want to do these works, freelancing work, they are able to do that. So what will happen? Outsourcing will increase here. Now coming here, see, now we are talking about energy. As we know that energy is one of the basic important economic infrastructure of the country. Okay, energy is one of the most important input of the consumption and production activity. Whatever we are doing production, we need energy. For the consumption, even for the consumption, because first we have produced into the factories or industries, then we have to give, we have to distribute them into the market. Through transportation and communication, that also need energy. For the consumption, they need money. They will be consuming also. They will be going to the market to buy these things. So they need energy. So production and consumption simultaneously needs energy. And with this production and consumption only, the economic infrastructure will become more strengthened. Now commercial. See, this energy can be of two types. Energy can be of two types. One is commercial energy, which we get from money. Energy, the user has to pay some prices for that energy. Like for transportation, they need petroleum, coal, and different things they need, and they have to pay price for that energy. That is known as commercial energy. Commercial energy means when we have to pay some prices for this energy is known as commercial energy, and when we are not giving any price, when we are not using any sort of money in the energy sources, then it is known as non-commercial. For example, dried cow dung. You are having cows and buffaloes into your house, and you are making dungs out of that cow dungs, dried dungs you are making, and using that into your cooking facilities or making biogas or something else. So that is, you are not paying for it. That is non-commercial energy. Woods, firewoods, you are going into the jungle, cutting the woods and using that wood into your home for your energy consumption. That is also a non-commercial source of energy. I hope you have understood till here. Now another type is conventional source of energy. See, conventional means we are using this energy sources for a very large period of time, long period of time we are using it. We have developed the resources also to extract this type of energy. Okay, and these energy can be stored as well. We can store these energy sources also, like petroleum, coal, etc. We can store them, and they are the conventional source of energy. See, they are the conventional source because we are using it for a long period of time. We have techniques, developed techniques, so that we can extract them, we can store them. So that is the reason why they are the conventional source of energy here. Now non-conventional conventional source of energy means these energy sources has been recently discovered now. Okay, recently come into existence here. We are not using these type of energy sources for a long period of time. Okay, like solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, biogas, tidal powers. And there is one basic difference also in between these two type of energy. What is the basic difference between these two? That they are exhaustible. Non-conventional are sometimes non-exhaustible. They can be exhausted. They are having a certain quantity with us, and they can be exhausted after the overuse of these things, because they need a long period of time to be renewed, or to be renewed, or to make it, for making of these conventional, long period of time is required for that. But in the non-conventional, they are not exhaustible. They cannot be exhaustible. Okay, solar energy, they are not exhaustible. They cannot be finished up. Wind, not exhaustible. Geothermal, not exhaustible. So they are non-conventional source of energy. Now we are coming to power or electricity, the first economic infrastructure we are going to study, and into the next video we will be discussing about this power of energy. Power and energy is the most important source of energy here, often identified with the progress of modern civilization. Yani ki for a modern civilization, the basic things for all type of activity required is power or energy. I hope it is being clear. In the next module, we are going to study about power as an economic infrastructure, how it is being obtained, and how this power is useful for the modern civilization as a basic element here. We are going to discuss all these things in the next video. Thank you.